Stephanie Harwood.
You had a dream, it was perfectly clear, baby. You're celebrating 10 years, baby. And we're glad that you're here, so baby. You are swell, off the charts. AT&T Parks hosting Heroes and Hearts. So come on, do your part, honey. Everything's coming up roses. Look at what you've attained. Heart of our city is your new campaign. You can buy tabletop art. Swarovski's also created a heart. SFGH and Trauma Center, we love you. For the SF Health Network and the Hospital Foundation, both of you are San Francisco sensations. We're here for heroes and hearts, just like they're here for you. Now, Nancy Bechtel, Ellen Newman, your efforts were superhuman right from the start. For heroes and hearts, Skylar Hudak, Ezra Garrett have both earned a badge of merit. May I impart, they do it with heart. This luncheon is oh so sweet by Bon Appetit. The decor you know's Hartman Studios. This chic affair created by Pam Bear and Judy Guggenheim. And there's two Sues, Carlisle and Curran. There's no one else we're preferring at what they do. So strike up the band for your board president, Connie Shanahan. Now it's time to honor our sponsors, Kaiser Permanente, your tops, Webcor Builders, Visa, Wells Fargo, and United Healthcare, you rock. Stanley Langendorf Foundation, UCSF, you're really grand. AT&T and PG&E, let's give them all a great big hand. The heroes for the year. This afternoon they all have gathered here. I'll sing it loud and clear. It's their communities that they all hold so dear. Maya Vasquez, hooray! Dr. Diane Havlier, she leads the way. And Dr. Edgar Pierre Louis C. You're also gifted, we thank all of you for all you do. So raise your glass and give a cheer to your new hospital opening in December this year in San Francisco. Welcome me home again. I'm coming home to go
Thank you, Stephanie and Beach Blanket Babylon. There is a limited amount of time left until the auction for the Hearts in San Francisco closes. If you need assistance, please visit the eBay Giving Works table. To introduce our final hero of the day, please welcome Janet Liang, Chief Operating Officer, Northern California, Kaiser Permanente.
Thank you so much. Wow, I'm wondering if that hat is available on the auction later today. I bet you there's quite a few people here who would bid for that. Well, I am very thrilled to be introducing our final hero this afternoon. Kaiser Permanente and San Francisco General have a long-standing partnership to protect safety net services here in our state that are so vital to our community's health. Together, we have, over the last 12 years, helped to partner education for nurses, recruiting our new generation of nurses. We've prevented heart attacks and stroke, and we've created electronic records to help with care coordination across physicians in our community. It's in the spirit of partnership that I am so privileged to introduce to you our final hero, Dr. Edgar Pierre-Lucet. He is a very passionate man. I had a chance to speak to him last night. He's a passionate man, a healer, a father, a husband, a teacher, a mentor, and of course a leader in our healthcare industry. He is someone who many of us who are fortunate enough to call healthcare our professional calling, an example of why we entered the field. Our industry has a lot of devoted people, as you would imagine, that put ourselves and our careers towards the care and service of others, but very few of us can say that we've committed our entire careers to safety net institutions. He is one of those very rare individuals who can say that. He shared with me in a conversation last night that he grew up in an immigrant family. He was one of 10 children, and that early experience in his life shaped his values. And those are the ones that we see at work today and in building the wonderful acute care elders unit here at San Francisco General. He is someone who clearly has a duty to serve. He is a relentless in his pursuit of clinical excellence, and he is someone who certainly wants to make a difference for his community. So today we honor one of his many achievements, and that is he is the founding medical director for the Acute Care for Elders unit here at the San Francisco General Hospital. It's a model of care that has received national attention for its ability to provide care to hospitalized older adults with a focus on maintaining and improving during their stay their physical and cognitive functions. 8 years ago, the San Francisco General's leadership had the foresight to understand that San Francisco's population was aging, and an innovative model was needed to address the special needs of this population. And they chose Dr. Pierre-Lucet to lead and to start and to fulfill this dream and vision of such a unit. Since its opening in February of 2007, the unit has cared for over 1,200 patients a year, and it has hosted physicians and hospital leaders from across the country to come and see the work that they do and the outcomes they've been able to achieve for patients. I have to say that some of my very own Kaiser Permanente leaders have made the sojourn to the unit. Thank you very much to the General for allowing us to do that. We are learning as well. In December, the unit will move to the 7th floor of the brand new beautiful facility that we saw in the video, with an expanded community room and a rooftop garden that's going to aid our seniors in a stronger and speedier recovery. So please join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Pierre-Lucet to the stage to honor him. I'm looking for him. I know he's here. Thank you.
When I first saw the email notifying me of the Hearts and Heroes and Hearts recognition, my first thought that it was for our entire Acute Care for Elders team. Without them, none of the special things that happen on our ACE unit would be possible. So I'm deeply honored to accept this award on their behalf. Before I thank the ACE team, though, I want to tell you why having an ACE unit is important. As we age, it can be a struggle to stay independent and able to care for ourselves. It may be more and more difficult to do basic tasks, like walking safely at home, getting out of bed without falling, and showering and dressing without assistance. When we lose those abilities, our independence is threatened. It turns out that in the United States, half of these disabilities that occur in all older adults are associated with hospitalization. Ironically, some of the ways that hospitals care for older people may actually put them at risk of becoming disabled and less independent. We started our ACE unit to re-engineer hospital care to prevent that. So how does it work? I'm going to give you an example. We recently admitted a woman who took some medications that made her so sleepy she was unable to breathe on her own. She was brought to our hospital and needed a breathing machine. She had a number of catheters placed. She was delirious and pulling on these catheters, so she was giving sedating medications and restraints were placed. After the breathing machine was no longer necessary, she came to the ACE unit. Everything that had been done was well-intentioned, but with older patients sometimes can cause harm. We're taught in medical school to come up with a treatment for each medical problem a patient has. But we're learning that for older adults, what is right for each problem is often not right for the whole patient. On the ACE unit, we look at the whole person. What we saw was that this person needed to get moving. So what did we do? We removed all the obstacles to getting her going, the catheters, the restraints, the sedating medications. On the day she arrived, she couldn't walk. The next day, she started taking steps. The next, she did laps in the hallway. The next, she was walking safely on stairs. Her confusion had resolved and she went home. There are few hospitals in this country where that would have happened as quickly as it did at the San Francisco General Hospital. I'd like to thank our team. I'd like to thank our team over the years. First and foremost, the over 100 nurses and nursing assistants on 5C and 5D who received special training in caring for older adults in the hospital. Yes, absolutely. In caring for older adults in the hospital, and they uphold those principles every day. I'd like to thank Dr. Margarita Sotelo, who's the medical director of the ACE unit on 5D, Chi Quevedo, Ethel Roque, Annalie Nelson, and the social workers, pharmacists, dietitians, and many occupational therapists who rotate through the ACE unit. A program like this does not happen by chance. I want to give special thanks to the visionary hospital leaders who conceived of the program and made it easy for me to start it. Gene O'Connell, Sue Curran, Talmadge King, Sue Carlisle, and Seth Landefeld. Today, Terry Dentoni, Neil Poe, Jeff Critchfield, and Louise Walter continue this support. I want to thank the foundation and you whose support to redesign the unit and for projects over the years has helped make the program successful. And I want to thank my best friend and soulmate and spouse of 25 years, Talia. Thank you for a wonderful life. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you. My second thought on seeing the happy email was that this recognition truly is only partly for the work we've done. Mostly I see it as a down payment for future innovation. Again, I want to thank the foundation for this award, and I look forward to continuing to improve care in the new hospital for this growing vulnerable population. Thank you.
Great. Terrific. it's so inspiring to hear from our heroes, and I'm reminded about why I'm back in the Bay Area here. I grew up in San Francisco. I was born. I'm a native San Franciscan, and I just returned to the area, and I'm so pleased to be here to experience this with all of you today. And now I get the privilege of introducing three very talented leaders who have, through their stewardship and their heartfelt love for the general. And I've been a capital campaign chair before. I know how hard it is, and I truly mean it when I say stewardship and heartfelt love for this institution. I'd like to welcome to the stage Pam Bear and Judy and Rich Guggenheim, who are our Heart of the City Capital Campaign co-chairs.
Wow, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Pam Bear. It warms my heart to see this tent so full of love and big hearts. I'm very honored to stand here on behalf of the San Francisco General Hospital Foundation. I stand here as a member of the Foundation Executive Board. I stand here on behalf of the entire foundation. Standing beside me are Judy and Rich Guggenheim. Missing is my husband, Larry. He is down at AT&T Golf Tournament in Carmel supporting AT&T with some of the Giants players. So he welcomes you to his home away from home. Larry, myself, Judy, and Rich have been co-chairs of the Heart of Our City campaign the past couple of years. We have been in a quiet phase, trying to secure private philanthropic dollars to support all the work that is so important to this community. We need to remain the premier public health facility in this city, serving our community with world-class care. I am very proud, and I mean very proud, to announce, along with my co-chairs, that in this quiet phase, where many of you have supported not just at the $1 million level, the $100,000 level, the $250,000 level, many of you sit here today under this tent, but we have raised over $128.5 million. Today is amazing. We are excited to publicly announce the Heart of Our City's public campaign. We have a goal to raise $135 million, so we still have a little ways to go before the new building opens this December 2015. Each of the early leadership commitments to the Heart of Our City campaign helped ensure that we could buy the proper equipment, the critical needs of the hospital during the rebuild, and promote the well-being to all. Without these early commitments, we would not be where we are today. We begin with our group of lead donors, over $1 million, who have answered our call with generous contributions.
I want to begin first and foremost with our very first contribution from very, very generous philanthropists in the city, Barney and Barbara Osher. The others who answered the call are the Hellman Foundation, Kaiser Permanente, the Kalmanowitz Charitable Foundation, the Lisa and John Pritzker Foundation Family Fund, the Fisher Family, the Brian Wojcicki Foundation, the Bryn Wojcicki Foundation, I'm sorry, that's really bad, Dignity Health, Corrette Foundation, David Jenkins, Bank of America, Bechtel Jr. Foundation, the Lisa and Doug Goldman Fund, the Horace Goldsmith Foundation, the Herbst Foundation, and Salesforce Foundation, Charles Schwab and Helen Schwab, Arthur and Tony Remby Rock, and finally, our longtime supporter, Wells Fargo. Let me just say one more. In addition to these leadership level gifts, there are many others who have answered the call, and we are very grateful.
And many of you know we have received a transformational $75 million gift this past week from Dr. Priscilla Chan and Mark Zuckerberg. Unfortunately, they could not be here today, but they taped a special message to share with us today. So please view this message.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us, and I'm sorry we can't be with you in person this afternoon. Making sure that everyone in our community has access to healthcare is something Priscilla and I care really deeply about. So we're happy to join all of you in supporting the Foundation's Capital campaign.
Over the past couple of years, I've been doing my pediatrics residency at the General. From my firsthand experience, I can tell you that the General makes such a big difference in the lives of people here in San Francisco and around the world. We are so proud to join all of you and be a part of this campaign.
We hope our support, along with the support from the other donors to this campaign, can help the amazing staff at the General save more lives and support more families right when they need it most.
A lot of people have already given their support to this campaign. In particular, we want to thank the chairs of the campaign committee, Judy and Rich Guggenheim and Pam and Larry Baer. You and the rest of this community have done so much on the behalf of the General, and Mark and I are so thankful for your leadership. Finally, we want to thank all the dedicated men and women at this hospital who serve the community every single day.
You're an inspiration to us, and we're really grateful for your service. Thank you.
Wow, that warms my heart, and they have a lot of friends. Thank you, Mark and Priscilla. You and other leaders are transforming our mission to providing compassionate care, clinical excellence, a state-of-the-art trauma center, and a hospital who turns no one away. No one. It's our safety net. You see the need to deepen, and you appreciate the everyday work of the doctors and nurses. This gift and other leadership gifts are going to make a difference every day to everyone in our local community, in our country, in our world. I am grateful. I stand before you on behalf of our co-chairs, our campaign committee, and everyone in this tent, in our San Francisco community. Thank you for this amazing transformational gift, and thank you all who came before you and all of those who will follow you. We have gotten to this point thanks to extremely generous gifts. Now, as great as this is, we need your help. Our goal is to help have everyone in this community be part of this hospital. My goal is to have a whole new generation of giving, whether it's $10, $1,000, $1 million. Whether it is buying a beautiful heart sculpture that you see today to put in your corporate lobby or your yard or your deck, or buying a heart candle or a heart necklace out in the gallery we have on the field today. For goodness sake, every one of you can shine goodness and light on this hospital, on our community. Every one of you can be a part of this great work to ensure this hospital remains our safety net for all. You know my story. Our young son running through a glass door, taken to General. All-night surgery to save his arm, to save his life. I was in a strange way blessed to be able to see a glimpse of what this hospital is all about. The commitment of the doctors and nurses amazed me. They amazed me 13 years ago when I spent 7 days in the ICU. It amazes me today. It changed our family. It changed our giving. Let my story be enough to change you. There are others in this room who were saved at the General, and I know you're as grateful as I am. We are all grateful. It's a safety net. It is San Francisco's safety net. Your support is helping to ensure this community and world-class hospital on Potrero and 23rd will be there for generations to come. We are a world champion hospital. Let's all be a leader. This will fulfill every one of you, I promise. Every one of you can say you did this with heart. Thank you for creating magic and answering our call for the General. Now pick up your phone and call us. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Pam and Judy. It's my great pleasure to introduce the Mayor of the City and County of San Francisco, Edwin M. Lee. Mayor Lee.
Thank you, Richard and Pam and Judy, and of course, Larry. Give them a big hand. They've done a wonderful, wonderful job. Hello, everybody. It's great to be here, and I wanted to say thank you to every one of you who are here today. You know, when I walked up through this field time and time again, I had that very, very strange but wonderful feeling. We're on the field of the 3-time World Series champion Giants. And that's who you are. That's who you are today. So I'm going to volunteer something, and I know Gavin and Frank and Willie will join me in this. Those of you who bid successfully on these hearts, I hope if we can enhance your ability to bid because we love our General, how about a personal autograph from all 4 of us together to remember these bids? If we can help enhance that, let's do that, right? All right. So hopefully you can get these bids out. We got to continue this effort. Kind of unique to have Willie in his red fedora, Frank, Gavin, and I together in the room doing this. This is wonderful. But it is, of course, for our SF General, a place where I think represents the values of this wonderful city that we have. And again, Larry and Pam, Judy and Rich, we've been to many meetings together to forge strategies of how we can raise private dollars to support our hospital. And as Pam said, and I know exactly how she feels. I've been there at our hospital when gunshot victims were brought in. I've been there when our police officers have met with unfortunate circumstances. I've been there when the heroes of our fire department have brought in victims and they themselves we were saving. I've been there when Anita, my wife, was in an unfortunate car accident as a passenger. This is a hospital that serves everybody and anyone, and it is the best trauma center you can find in all of the state of California. So I know that all of you wouldn't be here unless you knew this was a hospital that you not only wanted to back, it is a world-class hospital. The very unique relationship it has with a teaching facility like UCSF and its wonderful facilities. And we've seen all the wonderful investments that they've been able to gather with the Benny Hoff Children's Hospital, with the Ron Conway Outpatient Center, with all of the Cancer Hospital and the Women's Hospital. They've been wonderful. That relationship has been a tremendous blessing for our SF General. And I think all of you know and feel that, and that's why I want to make sure that we continue raising all the funds to complete this entire effort and goal that the foundation has. And again, I want to add my thanks to my good polar bear brother, Barney Osher. He and I went to the same college, a few years different, but we were both polar bears. So I want to give a shout out to his because he was there at the beginning when this capital campaign started. He and Mary Bitterman, so many others. I also want to say that, as many of you may have hopefully heard, that I want to be a mayor of a city not only that's successful, but a city that knows how to share in that prosperity. And this hospital is at the center of that prosperity sharing. Just given the kind of interaction that we have with our business community, all of the names that you saw, whether it's on the video or pronounced by Judy and Pam and Rich, and I know that there'll be more incoming, because if we didn't have that kind of philanthropic participation, then we'd be spending money that we need for our parks, our education, our transportation, and our housing to support the furniture and equipment and the future world-class advantages that our hospital will have with that private sector. It'll be a LEED Gold certified hospital. It will complement the largest bond the voters in this city ever passed in our history, $887 million bond. And that's why I'm so thankful to the Zuckerbergs for their contribution, because that is the largest contribution a public hospital has gotten in the entire country of the United States. That's wonderful. So I'm here to thank all of you. I'm here to try to inspire. If you can pick up the red phone, as Pam said, or if you can make a donation, continue this wonderful effort as it becomes a public campaign, and complement the tremendous private donations that many of you in this room have had. We would be a grateful, thankful city. And of course, I am so lucky to be your mayor, because I am also a grateful mayor to all of you who've contributed as well. Thank you, God bless you, and let's go Giants.
Congratulations to all the heroes and artists. Thank you again to our sponsors, Kaiser Permanente.